We're on to our last one. Jack Harlow. He says to New York Times Popcast, I got blacker. We're gonna listen to this segment about it so it's in full context, because currently the clip that people are seeing is cut a little bit shorter than what I think it should be cut. And so let's give it its full context. Let's play it really quick and then come back and have the discussion.
And then you prove yourself, you break in, you're supported by all kinds of people. You've always had a diverse friend group. You grew up in a diverse place. You have a diverse team. You have a diverse fan base. You become accepted. And then you have, we're talking about privilege, you have the ability to say, I rapped my ass off. I'm not going to do that anymore, at least for now. And radio programmers, award shows, press, like, people take you seriously if you do that. If a black rapper wants to do something completely sonically adventurous, it can often be treated as a whim or something to be ignored or a joke. That's my personal feeling.
You're framing it through the lens of intent, and I also think of it often through the lens of reception and landing places. Country music, for example, has become a safe landing place for former white rappers. Right. Rock music has become a safe landing place. These are sort of pre-existing industry structures that welcome a famous person who got famous. I see the smile. It's great to see. I think I'd like to hear your answer to Joe's question, but also then talk about what I feel is like the radical twist of what you have chosen.
I was hoping that he would say that.
Sorry.
But you're giving him the answer, the good answer.
It's the right answer, but sorry. I'll shut up now.
What John's saying is you didn't...
What is your question?
You didn't retreat... I'll piggyback off what John's saying. John's saying you didn't retreat into a whiter genre. In fact, you arguably went deeper into...
I got blacker.
Black music.
Yeah.
Deeper into blackness.
Yeah.
So was that conscious? Was that a little twist on the typical move that white rappers make, which is to retreat back into traditionally white sounds?
It certainly made what I already wanted to do even more appealing. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Because you like pushing that boundary, that line?
I think I love black music. I love the sound of black music.
Who among us?
Yeah, I love the sound of black music.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm hyper aware of the politics of today, that safer landing spot that a lot of my white contemporaries have found. And of course, it appealed to me to do something that I felt like at a time when there's plenty of people expecting me to take some of the routes y'all are taking.
Yep.
To take the route that not only might not be expected, but is also the one I genuinely want to take. So all the stars aligned in that way for me, to be honest. I'm not gonna pretend like what you're talking about, I was like, I guess you're right. I knew that there were multiple things appealing about this route, but I also came to the decision, I'm proud to say, off of what feels good in my ear. Mm-hmm. I love R&B music. I love the sound of soft, intimate, melodic music. So I want to be understood. I want to write melodies that invite people to sing.
Okay, cool. What do you think?
I think it is disingenuous to actually you didn't necessarily go blacker. You just gave up on the competitiveness of what hip hop is, which is something that a lot of white rappers can do. So I feel real icky about it, because no, you didn't necessarily get blacker just because you didn't go with country or rock. You just pivoted in a way that like...
You said pivoted?
Pivoted.
Oh, okay.
Pivoted?
Tivited.
Pivoted?
That's what I heard.
You just pivoted in a way that you could have honed your craft. Like you didn't... It always makes me sick when it feels like, well, I got that one song that was really nice. Peace. Like, that privilege is not something that most hip hop artists are even afforded, like they talked about. So you didn't get blacker. You just went to something that you went the Drake route. Like, I feel like he had a conversation with Drake or something, and it's just like, well, just do this. Make something for the ladies, do something for over here. Like, don't deal with the rigmarole or the constant trying to prove yourself in hip hop. That's a little too tough for you. Go do something that's a little bit easier, but more approachable to the audience that you're trying to continue siphoning from. Like, I don't think he's a culture vulture in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but staying within the lanes of doing the things that he's doing, just, it don't feel good to me. But what do you think?
I think that he is in a space where, I don't know. Number one, I think I Got Blacker deserved context, because it does feel cringe when he says that, but he is responding to what the host was trying to ask, or what the host was lamenting about, right? And so I think he answered honestly in that moment. And although he is answering the question that is being asked, it is still sort of like a Freudian slip of I got blacker. And that means that you had to start by getting black to begin with. And my cringe comes from, or my issue comes from, why do you want to get black?
Yeah, because it sells. Because again, our culture is the most profited on thing of the world, not just America or music.
I think you can like the music. I think you can appreciate it. I don't know that wearing the genre as a costume is appropriate.
I don't either.
And what I mean by that is, like, how's he dressed right now in this interview? and if you're watching on the YouTube, he has like this big chunky R&B turtleneck, and I get it, right? It's wintertime, right? He's dressed appropriately for the times, but I think he's dressed like he's about to go read poetry at a Barnes and Noble,
but
and drink some tea, which is leaning into the like black R&B aesthetic.
Yeah, but I also think he just kind of leans into that John B bag of when he came in, which is like, I need to look like I know enough. And I know that once he hit like a certain level of when What's Poppin' came out, I was able to kind of see like people found that man attractive and so on and so forth. He was able to cartel that into the White Man Can't Jump remake. He is using his stardom and this fame to kind of do the different buckets while keeping his like John B-esque aesthetic.
But can you see how he went from I used to go to Supercuts to yes. I now go to the shop in the hood.
Yes. And that's the part that I'm saying. Like it's a concerted effort that I think has always been like around. He just definitely leaned more into it around, like I said, What's Poppin', and once he grew his beard out.
But somebody has to be like on your shoulder, like, you should go to the shop in the hood.
Probably DJ Drama.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, all his art, like the only one I don't think he pushed.
You spend enough time in Atlanta, you would just have to go to shop in the hood, right?
You got to go to Lennox. Got to go to Lennox Mall at least once.
Is that dated?
Probably. But it's 90s dated. Yeah, but I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I don't like it.
Okay. What puts you in the I don't like it space outside of what you've already stated?
It just doesn't feel authentic.
Okay.
Like, and I don't like how white rappers get to just quit when it's not working for you. Like, I don't like the Machine Gun Kelly thing. Like, I think Machine Gun Kelly was dope. I think he was really dope when he started. Mm-hmm. And then it's just like, nah, it's never gonna happen for me. And here we go to rock.
You think he also like, I want to feed this audience, which is probably more women now?
Jack Harlow specifically, yes. I think that's the mode. It's just like, that's who you were probably most of your fan base. And when he's kind of like the white DaBaby in that way. Like, majority of your fan base is like women because of what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like you,
and
or even like Kevin Gates. Like, think about Kevin, appearance, and even think about like Kevin Gates. Like, there's a specific realm of artists. Like, you started out, you was for everybody, you was for the streets, and then like you kind of switched with like 2 phones and others. I Don't Get Tired and all of these different things, that satellites, where it was more to like this R&B female tailored crowd where people just like, whether they notice it or not, just took the Drake route, which is just give your female crowd what they need to keep supporting you. And it just makes me feel ick, because it just makes me feel ick. What do y'all think? Is it bother you? Do you like it? Do you care? Let us know down in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you can know every time we go live. And we'll see you in the next piece. A 1 and a 2 and a peace.